And welcome everybody to another Chibi podcast review of Dragon Ball Super episode 60, titled Back to the Future, Goku Black's Identity Revealed. Woo. Yeah, you have me as David the Smash fan and
Mr. Worldwide.
And Smash Tech guy. Diego's waking up right now.
I took a nap. So.
Nosito, wake up.
Shit.
Anyway, so let's dive right into this. To this one, this episode was actually very slow compared to the other ones before.
Yeah,
first 15 minutes, right?
Was bad.
Yeah, that I'm gonna agree to that. The first the
animation first half
15 minutes was bad.
It was like okay. It wasn't like first 5 episodes bad, but it was bad.
It kind of just parts just didn't look very well.
It looked like
drawn.
when Dragon Ball Z had the third, like every 4th episode.
He kind of like when Vegito first appears, he's awesome, and then the next episode he's Super Saiyan and looks like trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but but that was like because of art style as well. Granted, also budget, but there's art style.
Okay, Goku turning Super Saiyan for the first time is awesome, and then the next episode when he fights looks horrible.
I don't know.
With the bushy cotton candy hair.
It'll be fixed in post-production.
It's totally for you. But anyway. Interesting things that happened though. One of the cooler parts in the beginning, the first half of the episode, the slow part was the little interaction again between Trunks and Chibi Trunks.
Yeah, I like that they're giving him a little bit more scenes.
And it feels like he's growing as a character in that timeline now. Like he's defining himself now. You know, I like that. Yeah,
the part that I really liked is, they're saying like, why you have to. Trust Lord Beerus. Like he knows if he says it's done, then it's done. Why do you need to go back and check? And that's when Trunks is saying like, there's basically 2 timelines here that's going on, and he says like,
oh, you're talking about how he tells Trunks about the future, and why he doesn't believe Beerus.
Yeah, because he's saying like,
or why he has doubts, I should say.
And he's like, in my timeline, like Android 18 was a killer and they killed Piccolo.
Yeah, like there's no way to redeem her, make her nice. Like she was completely, almost in a way, completely different android.
Right, and he's like, she wasn't married to Krillin or had a daughter.
Oh, she's pure evil.
Time, and it's like, and I killed her, and I killed Android 17. He's like, and he said, I think that the one part that kind of got to me was when he said, you look up here and you see these buildings, you see all these lights. Like, this is something I never experienced in my childhood up until I came back.
Yep.
And he's like, I didn't know my father aside from photos is the same as Goku. Yep. And he was saying like, Goku also died before this, and there's all these trials and hardships that happened to him. He said that's why I can't believe him. I believe that there's 2 different timelines. He's like, and
it's not
Trunks,
the same timeline, so it's not going to affect it. He's like, even though he's like, the only thing that makes me wonder is because of the whole God kills God things.
And then he always says like, if Beerus, if that was truly correct, like why am I still here? If Beerus really did kill Zamasu, there'd be no need for me to be there, right? That's what Trunks said. He's like, there would be no need for me to go back to the future to fix things. So he said, would you disappear? He's like, probably. And then the last part that he said just to nail it is Chibi Trunks trying to say, what the books tell us that it's this way, and he's like, it's not. This is not a book. This is how time travel really is. And then we get the deciding part where Bulma decides to come back to the future with Goku and Vegeta.
I liked that idea too. I personally liked that she wanted to come with.
And there's a cool part with Vegeta. I don't know if Diego liked it, but where he asked him like, Father, you come with me too? He's like, yeah, I'll go with you. And he said, Trunks, if things did change in the past, like I don't want you to come back here.
Yeah, it was kind of blunt and rude, but in a way not. It's more like a respect. Like it's just knowing Vegeta's character. He doesn't mean it out of rudeness. He's just like, it means, you need to take care of it from now on,
Yeah, he's like, you need to...
He doesn't mean it mean, but...
No, but
he wants him to be strong
blunt
enough that he can take care of it on his own, not without the need of them anymore.
Because Vegeta's proud of future Trunks. He really is. And he's proud of his son. He's like, I want you to take care... That's your world. You're my son. And he's like, you have my blood, pretty much. You can take care of that damn world. You have my blood in you.
Right.
I believe in you. You need to take care of it, I thought it was fine. And Trunks is like, right, of course.
So that part, again, not much.
Vegeta doesn't sugarcoat it.
Yeah, Vegeta was good. They get the Senzu Beans, obviously, from Bulma to make sure they have him.
Did you guys watch the subtitles? They called them Sage Beans.
Yeah.
It's just weird to see it written like that. Cause they even, it's just so used to being called Senzu Bean.
Senzu Bean!
I know. It's just weird to hear them, like, or weird to see it.
Yeah, so that pretty much was part 1 or the first half. Again, kind of slow, just kind of setting up. Okay, let's go to the future. Let's tie up loose ends. I mean, the whole my thing was
Trunks
whatever.
gave my mouse to mouse, giving her a sense.
Oh, in the second part, yeah,
that
part
was
2.
weird.
Well, the thing is,
We
like,
got a funny scene out of that.
yeah, but the thing was like, one, it's like, why did he have to do that?
I didn't get that. I thought it was uncalled for.
I say it's because, you know what? He's had like 30 whatever years of not kissing girls. Like, come on. He has to. Well, I'm gonna say
yes. Okay.
It's Trunks.
He needs some excuse.
Some.
And then Miles go to what happened after that. Right
Oh.
after he gave the sense of me. What did Goku say?
Goku just says, "Why did you have to give it to her from your mouse?" And then Vegeta's like, "Well, what? You never." He's like, "What? How did he word that?"
He's
about
like,
the kiss?
he said no. He says like, why are you putting your lips next to hers or right on top of hers? And Vegeta's like, you've never done that before.
Yeah, and he's like, of course not. And he's just like, but you're married. He's like, what's that got to do anything about it? And that was, we were having a talk last night about that. We saw it in the Cell games, and it seems like depicted in part of the scene that me and you were watching, and it seems like it was insinuated that Chi-Chi gave Goku a kiss, but you know, they're just it's hip to hip. We can't really tell.
The thing is this, and the scene that we're referring to is
Goku
when Goku
first wakes up.
Not when he first wakes up, he's outside.
That's true. It's when he's about to leave.
When he's about to leave to go get Gohan and Vegeta and tell him about the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yes.
And Vegeta and Chi-Chi's there, and Goku says like, we have to train, and she's like, fine, you know, I can't fight you anymore. Like you're gonna help us, and you see this, you see like Goku put his hand on Chi-Chi's shoulder. And you don't see their faces or anything.
And you'll see Chi-Chi kind of grab him like by the waist and like they're hugging, and then. But
like you don't see a kiss.
No,
Miles says
it's insinuated.
Yeah, so like you don't really see or hear anything, and so it's like, and basically if you don't know anime, which you should, unless it's specifically shown, you can't really assume that they kiss. Like it's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
The way that they do that, I kind of sick and tired of that. But so again, that was just kind of weird that he's never kissed Chi-Chi before. Aside from like Chi-Chi kissing him on the cheek.
I didn't like it personally. I thought it was kind of weird because I just wish that they're, I don't know. I just think that's kind of weird. I guess it's like what Diego said. She's just raped him for babies.
Team Force. You gotta
I pretty much just watch the Team Force run. You'll probably get a good idea of their bed life completely. But I just thought that was kind of weird. And he's just like, wait, have you? And then Vegeta's like, forget it. You know? I just thought
Vegeta and Bulma's like, oh my gosh.
She's just like, never mind. But
of course, Bulma gave it to Yamcha too.
We got a great scene between Bulma seeing Yajirobe, and then Maya was proud to see Bulma. And it was just really, it was a really cool personal scene. And then we get Vegeta. He's just pretty much looking up at the ceiling after all the banter is going on. And Goku's like, what's going on? And Vegeta's just like, they're close.
Yeah,
and he feels them. He's like, they're Black and Zamasu, they're close. So then they decide to fly off to go meet him. They're like right there. And this is kind of where we kind of get into the whole debacle with Vegeta talking crap to Black and saying it's going to be different than last time, and they pretty much have no plan, which Vegeta keeps saying we need a plan. He's like, guess we're not having a plan.
Well, no, it's funny because if you watch the beginning of the episode, Vegeta's like, we need to get a plan. He's like,
before he just head
in. It's like, oh, well, we'll think of something, and then when they go there and Vegeta's about to attack, Goku's like, what about the plan? It's like, we defeat Goku Black first and Zamasu. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. But there's a cool part that I really liked, was when Vegeta is talking to Black and he's like, this is gonna be different, and he's like, and he's like, no, it's not. And Vegeta's like, no, it's because I'm not fighting for myself. Like, I'm fighting for my son and his future now. And then like Goku Black's like, how very insane like of you to say that, basically. Yeah,
I loved that though. It was kind of seeing Vegeta kind of do what he did with Future or little Trunks back in the Buu Saga, fighting for someone else besides him and get some more power.
Yeah, it does. You get a bigger boost because you're fighting for somebody other than yourself.
Which Goku's always done, and Vegeta just goes to show his pure-heartedness. Like, yeah, stubbornness, but it doesn't mean he's not pure-hearted.
Right.
And I just really like that. But then we finally get to the whole thing where he calls him a fake Goku, and then he's like, fake Goku? It's like, that's not it. He's like, yeah, he's the Super Dragon Balls, you're a fake Goku. And that's where we finally get the reveal.
We get the reveal that the first wish that Zamasu made was switch bodies with Goku.
So then he
switched his. He said he switched his soul. He said he switched his soul with Goku. His soul and mind, or mind and soul. So pretty much what we all our theories that we always thought of, and it's like how we always say every week. don't think so big on Dragon Ball. Go back a step. And this was just a little too simplistic for me, but it's totally accurate for Dragon Ball, I feel. It's just Zamasu is Goku Black, and then as we theorized too, it is Goku's body.
Yes.
We theorized that for weeks. We all knew that, but I think we all kind of assumed at the start of this, we always thought it might, that Zamasu was Goku Black in its mind, but then when kind of things were getting so, what do you call it? Like, things are getting so complex that eventually we're like, no, that can't be, it's too simple.
The thing that got to me,
yeah,
and this is what Diego was talking about right before. First of all, we find that out.
Yeah.
And we find out that was his first wish.
Yeah.
And then we find out that when Goku gets mad, it's like, what did you do with the meat that was in your body?
Yes.
Like, I killed him.
And he's like, oh, easily, I killed him. And it's just like, oh.
And
now just ask more questions.
now there's more questions. Now the question is,
what timeline was this Goku?
yeah, there's the only time that we know that Zamasu met Goku was in the present timeline that we have.
Exactly, of our current timeline.
Of our current timeline.
So why would
or when
it ask questions?
When
so
would
what all Zamasus we got? Because some people have even been theorizing a fourth Zamasu, which can make sense. But currently, what we know is the current timeline right now that died. We know the future Zamasu, right?
Which is Trunks' time.
Which is in Trunks' time.
And then this third one, which we have no idea.
We have no idea of what timeline. So we could think if he's met Goku, the only way we know met Goku is from what? The current timeline.
Right.
So there had to have been one timeline for whatever reason where Whis didn't kill Zamasu. Zamasu killed Gowasu, took his rings, which you see in the next preview. That Goasu's dead, and he takes the rings, and he opens up the vase where the not the ring, sorry. He took the earring. He opens up the ring box. So I think next episode, like this was a real reveal. Next episode's the
backstory.
What we're gonna actually find out. A little bit more
yeah.
answers. You see him kind of shaking hands with Goku Black. So we got two Zamasus. We had the third one already die. I still feel there's another one out there.
The reason I think there's a fourth one.
I do. I think there's a fourth.
I think that might even be 5. The reason I say that,
I think there's a lot of them. It could be that multi-Zamasu theory that's been going around.
The thing is, I think it's 5 minimum is because of the rings that are in the box. I've always gone back to this every single time we talk about this. There are 4 green rings that are there, and when Gowasu says that every time a new world was created, what I'm assuming to be timeline, a new green ring appeared.
New world or new universe?
He says world.
Okay.
But remember, Trunks says world the same way, and it's translated that way, but he's talking about 2 different timelines.
Okay.
So that's how I interpret it. He's saying that there's a different timeline that happened, a parallel universe. So there's these 4 parallel universes that have been done, and then there's the 5th one, which is the current timeline.
Yeah.
So, and we know that he said that a recent one was created. He said a few years back by some idiot, which I think he's referring either to Whis, which I don't think so, but I think he's referring to Trunks. Trunks, when he went back, that something was created.
Yeah.
And then, so this supports the theory that there's going to be a 4th Zamasu, possibly even a 5th.
Yeah.
And it also
multi-Zamasu theory.
Right, and it explains that Goku did meet Zamasu in one of the other timelines.
It's a timeline where I think Zamasu came and made sure that his intent went through. I don't know.
And then again, there could possibly be another Zamasu from Cell's timeline, which we know Trunks is dead, and the Androids are dead, and Cell is dead. As far as we know, Deborah never came to that part because Cell already killed almost all the humans by that time. So for them to even get the
I don't believe it's future Trunks' timeline's Goku at all. Personally, we always kind of theorize that, but I don't think that's it anymore.
Right, we do know we can basically say the Zamasu, who's immortal, is from
our timeline's Goku in some other future. But
then which one is Trunks'?
What we don't know. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't believe it's future Trunks' Goku anymore. I don't.
Either of the 2. So I think it's like, where is this 3rd one then? That's the problem. That's a real question.
I don't know. He could have just went to all different timelines to recruit. Who
Right.
knows? We really don't know. The other thing that's kind of weird for him wanting to take over Goku's body is it just seems a little out of character for Zamasu since he hates humans so much. But then again, I think maybe he just sucked it up because he needed the power. Because for him to be able to kill the original Goku after taking his body, it's probably because Goku got kind of like the Ginyu thing. He's probably in Zamasu's body. Goku's body is more stronger, so he's able to kill himself and then keep a stronger body.
Right.
It's very, very malicious, but
I mean, he might have met Goku in a different way now, just because it looks like I don't think Goku Black could go to Super Saiyan Blue or the equivalent of that with Super Saiyan Rose when he fought Goku the first time.
No. He was learning about the transformation. He didn't understand the body.
Yeah. So again, but and he must have had the body for a while now. What we're thinking, but again, his power was so strong, he kept getting stronger.
He said he got stronger again when they saw him this time in the future.
I think it's because a mixture of who Zamasu is and also of Goku being a Saiyan.
Yeah.
I think both of those combined is what makes him get stronger so much faster than a Zenkai boost that a Saiyan gets.
Diego, you've been quiet. What's your thoughts on this?
Nothing really. Just exactly what you guys are saying.
Same series.
I'm just absorbing it all right now.
You have any series, or are you pretty much on the same page as this?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I didn't expect the 5th one, but more the 4th one makes more sense.
Yeah.
Like
I feel there's multiple.
With Black
multiple.
being Zamasu, I think it's just.
Was that a cop out to you?
No, it's not a cop out. It's just the reason why he chose to be Goku and being like mortal in a sense, not being a god anymore, is he's probably so twisted in his mentality. Like, this is a bad reference, but like, you know how Hitler hated Jews and his ideal race was Aryan, blonde, blue eyes and stuff like that, but he had brown hair and he was a short guy and
like dweeby mustache.
He probably has like. Zamasu has the same mentality where it's like, I need to be the strongest god, but I need to use the body of a mortal. Of an earthling, kind of a thing. And that's his way of saying, okay, I can be strong now. I can be a god. Because, now he can get god ki, and so he's kind of in between, so it's not as much self-loathing. But I think the thing with his downfall of being in Goku's body is he's adapting to the body of a Saiyan. Like he's very Saiyan in the purest form. He's very ruthless and tyrannic, and he likes to cause trouble and like in pain. Like how a lot of Saiyans originally were. So he's more Saiyan than demon.
Yeah.
Now the real question is,
how are they gonna beat him?
How are they gonna beat him? And then again, we're gonna go into spoilers now for episodes 62 and 63. If you don't want to know that, then don't listen. So don't listen. But anyways, some spoilers and some speculations from the titles in and of itself. One of the titles is the superpower of Trunks, and then I think 63 is entitled
Vegeta's Fierce
Battle or something like that. So a lot of speculation that's going around is that Bulma's gonna die.
Yes, lots of speculation.
And the reason that this is speculated as well,
we're talking about current, present Bulma.
Present Bulma, who's in the future, who's going to die.
Future's dead.
But the reason they say that is because you see this huge beam or this huge blast that comes from Zamasu and Black at the preview for episode 61.
That was a dope looking blast too. How it combined and just grew huge and took out the whole city, and it was like turned black to this huge fireball. It was dope. I just thought it was bad.
So it looked really cool. Now the question is Bulma near there? We know that Mai's near there.
Yeah, because they didn't fly very far away, but it is anime like we were talking about. They could explode the whole city, and then they're fine because they're underneath, and it's just anime. They're like they could be right 5 feet away from them. They just won't die from the explosion for no reason.
Right. So but again. Bulma might die because of this.
Yes, but that if she dies, does that mean Mai and everybody else will die? I mean, I kind of feel it would be a good push because it's supposed to be Trunks' new power. I mean, if he loses Mai and he loses his, Bulma, and then Vegeta's going to be pissed. I mean, those guys are going to be ridiculously pissed. Yeah. They're not going to have anything. I mean, the only way that they can save this universe, like we said before, is Goku's going to have to travel to Namek and get the Namekian Dragon Balls, or they're going to have to collect the Super Dragon Balls, but Bulma's dead to get the Super Dragon Balls, so they're going to have to wish her back, and then she's going to have to try and figure out how to get the timeline back with the Super Dragon Balls. I don't know. It's just, I feel bad for Trunks, man. This is a joke. His future is mess, man.
But the thing is this, I honestly don't see that this arc is going to finish still in a few episodes.
I don't either. We got a lot to go.
There's still a lot of stuff to do. And again, Akira Toriyama said that there'll be multiple universes that they will cross and timelines. They've only crossed 2, so they might cross other universes or whatever to do whatever it might be.
Time travel's huge lately in media in general, like cartoons or TV shows or movies.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see episode 61 because I was like, oh my god.
Because this is kind of like what we were saying. This is a whole tease, we know the reveal. Now we want the answers.
Yes. Right.
And then after we get the answers, then what? Well, that's when I feel that Dragon Ball does what it always does. Now it's going to really get big. We're going to need a new power up. I mean, they can't beat them where they're at. I don't know if that means new color hair or just a boost. People speculated Trunks becoming, a red god or blue god. I don't know if I believe that.
I don't believe
it. Tell the viewers what is the reason why you don't believe that he can just turn it out of anger.
Because first of all, you need to know how to obtain God Ki, which again we know it took Vegeta at least 6 months to even sense the Ki from what we understand from the training before Resurrection F. On top of that, Super Saiyan is powered by emotion and rage, whereas Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is more of a calm mental state.
Yes, kind of like when Vegeta was getting his ass kicked against Goatsu the first time, or Zamasu the first time. Black, sorry. Well, same thing. But anyways, when he's fighting him, he remember when he did that soft breath and he had to calm down, and that's when he started just beating the crap out of him. Like, you got to remain calm. And Vegeta's getting better at that, but we know this state in mind is kind of like when Goku did Super Saiyan Blue with the Kaioken. Yeah, the Kaioken's so furious, but then the God Mode's, calm that he needed to keep that balanced.
Right.
And so I don't know if Trunks is going to be too calm if everyone dies.
Right. I mean, again, he can push that Super Saiyan power,
but it's a lot new stronger. Power, right? Does that just mean he's going to get a power up? No, but that's the title, right? It's new power.
It says
Trunks' new power.
No, it's the super power of Trunks. Trunks' super power. That could mean so many things.
We already know from manga confirmation he's the strongest Super Saiyan 3 key. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Goku's more stronger Super Saiyan 3, obviously. Duh, we saw that. But he's at that level, so I mean, if he could get a boost, what's it going to be next? It's going to be like maybe where Vegeta beat the crap out of Beerus at one time for a sec.
Yeah.
I should say beat the crap, got a hit in. But I'm just saying, like, I'm curious about that. And then Trunks, and when it says the next episode after that was Vegeta, what's that mean with his, fierce battle? Because we saw in the preview 61 that Vegeta's not Super Saiyan and he's beat up again. Sorry, but that's...
So is Goku. All of them are all of them beat up.
Yeah. So that means, Vegeta's going to, get his butt kicked again. But all of them are, again. But obviously, I mean, they didn't have any dang plan. They didn't train. So I feel that there's going to have to be that normal Dragon Ball thing where there's some kind of boost. And I feel this season's a little bit not so much Goku. I feel it's a little bit more focused protagonists or more... Trunks and Vegeta this time. Although Goku's like the kind of main villain for the body, I just feel like this is more personal, like father and son, and it's been all about Trunks and Vegeta helping push his son. So
it should be.
So I kind of like these new episodes giving hints that Trunks gets power, and then Vegeta has a fierce battle. Like, I feel it's kind of focusing on them, not so much Goku, and I hope it does that. But Super hasn't done that yet, but I'm hopeful.
Yep. Well, let us know what you think. You guys leave us a comment and follow us on social media. Diego, where can they follow us?
At Chibino Podcast on Facebook.com, at Instagram at Chibi Podcast, and Twitter at Chibino Podcast, capital C, capital N, capital P, and YouTube at Chibi Podcast.
Yes. All right. Well, that's it for today. As always, this is David the Smash Man,
Mr. Worldwide,
Zamasu Taker,
and this is Chibino Podcast.